Hello, family. So I just, today the energy is really intense and I just pulled a few cards. If you guys are in the loop, basically, if you could see your distorted counterpart has been acting like a Knight of Cups, this immature, loving person dealing with a Queen of Pentacles in reverse, copycat, copying off you. You're going to be the star. Could be dealing with a Cancer who feels they had a lot of options and they did not want this cycle to end. They have been acting stupid. You finally are not in the Nine of Swords. You're totally not stressing because you're aware of what's going on. And we're just going to the dark part and then we'll get to the light part. There is a spiritual message in this. But basically, all four, let me move these cards for a minute. All four aces came out, which means literally this person, look at this. You have a guardian angel protecting you because you're a committed person from all these challenges that this narc psychopath, like, you're definitely dealing with like a water sign. Okay, like look at this. The Hierophant, Three of Swords, Ace of Cups, like confusion, like no loyalty here. Look at this Knight of Wands. You're dealing with a shapeshifter, like a straight up shapeshifter clown, pretending to provide stability, but backstabbing you while offering love, but having internal battles. You could even be dealing with a polyamorous individual. I believe this might be the karmic counterpart, Queen of Pentacles, copycat, who tried to copy everything about you that, you know, your distorted counterpart was, you know, telling them everything that you did, that you wore, how you got your hair done, who did your face, like every product you used, whatever you shopped at, whatever you thought, tried to get this loser, this pathetic biatch, okay, like to copy, okay? Basically, they are swingers, I think. They're polyamorous. And right now they overplayed their hand. And now all these people that have been getting involved are actually, look at the burden this Knight of Wands brought, the shapeshifter showing up in so many different realms. They're heartbroken because their 10 of Pentacles are getting messed up with. Because why? This whole situation is because of money. Because look at that fiery wand. That wand is dirty. Okay, look at the dirty wand, the death card. They have to sit down. They have nothing left to fight for because they have overplayed their hand. That is what is going on right now. Okay, and for you, my darlings, you need to trust the great mystery. You have a guardian angel looking over you. They know you're committed, okay? They know you did nothing wrong here. Look at this reflection. They've been putting their dirty ass reflection, like the cracked mirror, right? They only saw you as them. They could never even look at you. They don't even look at humans, other humans with hearts, okay? They don't even understand what a broken heart is because these are like diabolical. Like they have so many attachments with how many people, how many partners they've been with to the point where they have no idea who they are and all the shape-shifting and all the offers. This guy, girl, energy, look at this. Offering, you know, literally, they wanted to protect this freedom. This is what was fun for them. You know, walking away and offering their wand. Walking away and offering their wand. And getting on their horse and going forward. Like, yeah, you know? Yeah, they're getting on that horse and getting those options. Let's get, oh, I heard that person's being a bitch. Let me go find someone else. Oh, that guy looks good. They like anything. They like anything. Always. They're not human. They don't look in the mirror. They don't know who they are. They're a shapeshifter. They're evil shapeshifter though. You guys are protected though, so you don't have to worry. Why? They lack self-love. They are very, very misogynistic. So they like actually seem very egoic and confident and very regal, but they're losing that charm, that sexiness is gone. They have too many entities attached to them right now. But you know, if you're their wife, if you're their true love, like, you know, they don't love themselves because why would they be acting like this, right? But you know, right now it's a mystery to them. They're feeling trapped, literally. They don't understand like how to alchemize energy. They don't know how to work with this energy. And or I mean, strength, growth, protection. Maybe they feel like you are a mystery and they feel like they have you trapped. Right now, you guys are growing. We'll get to the spiritual point of this. So right now, this experience is happening because the universe, Most High, Divine, please help me to be a channel. Please help me to explain this. This sounds like horrific. Honestly, you could see you're getting justice, okay? Your justice is you walking away from this King of Cups, okay? Your justice is walking away, cutting this shit off and going here, going into your Four Swords, resting, gathering your energy, because you don't want to fight. You're not here to fight. You're not here to fight. Like, love is supposed to flow, right? And this is your discovering. You remember. So you had a soul plan when you were born, right? And you're here. You're not here for your fated life. You're here for your destiny. And this sounds like a fated event that was created by someone who does not want to heal their inner child wounds, who does not want to look at the pain that they might have endured that was maybe not even their fault from like childhood, right? They don't want to they want to be perfect. So like, it's better to just look for other options, right? Than actually face themselves, than actually look in this mirror. But right now, you're the mirror. You're the broken mirror. You have been that projected onto, okay? But you're here to create this new earth, which is of people taking accountability, also people forgiving, and also mainly is healing. We can heal. This is the most beautiful part. And we can heal through self-knowledge, through ourselves, right? So like this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, this fake biatch that only cares about money and ruining people's lives and is actually lazy and talks a lot of nonsense, you know, and allows her, maybe your partner, but you know, they're loyal to each other because of their nasty ways, their threesomes or whatnot. She thinks she has control over him. I mean, she kind of does, but not really, because no one can control this immature, you know. But look at you. You're the star. You're the star. You are the healer. And this experience, them wanting to copy you or whatnot, is helping to activate the earth, okay? You need to trust that this whole experience is exactly for you. It's not happening to you. It's happening for you to gain strength, for you to have a deeper understanding. Maybe you didn't understand people could be this mean and gross, you know? And the Star Brothers, this is about like masculine energy that's loyal, that creates safety, that creates trust. The masculine energy, the divine masculine energy. This is not divine. Maybe they felt divine. Maybe they seem divine. Maybe they're religious. Maybe they practice their religion. Maybe they believe in God, you know, but they are not living like this, right? They feel, you know, they could just wave their wand anywhere and God will protect them. God will protect them, but in a different way. Teach them a lesson, right? Like, we're all here to learn a lesson. If you're married to this person, you know, if you're in this Hierophant with this person, they want to offer you a cup of love. They want to offer you a pentacle because it is weighing heavy on them. They want to make it an equal give and take. This is what will make them happy. But they need to transform, right? This is what's going on. Maybe they needed to go through this for a transformation. I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do, but I do want to remind you there is a divine masculine energy that is supposed to help you to feel safe, protected, supported, where you can have trust. They made it seem like you're not trustworthy. They made it seem like you were unworthy. You were unable to manage pentacles. You were unworthy. It's because they were being too immature in this Knight energy, this Knight of Wands energy, right? All this shape-shifting, showing up as a knight. Tonight I want to be a knight and F around and get on my horse. Tomorrow I'm going to act like the king, you know? It's like this. I'm feeling this like multiple personality. It's the confusion is coming from the entity attachments, from not understanding their sacral chakra is off balance. They feel unstable. They feel unreliable. They are untrustworthy. But you are here to trust in yourself, okay? And to trust that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And you have so many angels. They might think you're alone, Oh, a lost loved one watches over you. I'm feeling a grandma. A grandma, someone who might have passed away, is absolutely watching over you. So if you felt guided to stop being intimate with your partner, she or he is here helping you, by the way, through your challenges, through your healing. You're not going to come out as scathed as you might think, because you're here to activate the new earth. And when you stick to your soul plan, so I wanted to talk further. You know, you can either have a fated life or your destiny. And if you're on my channel and you're not a karmic, I need to add that because there must be karmics watching as well, because my channel has been super blocked. So if you are watching and you are not a karmic, I would really appreciate your support with sharing, because it is completely blocked. You're here to remember, you're here for your destiny. You are here to manifest your destiny, co-create with the Most High. And this is going to help activate the earth to raise the vibration so we can get out of this devilish, superficial 3D realm where everyone's here for money. They make money their God, literally. And maybe they've even they've completely wanted to make you unstable. They did not want to give you, what you're worthy of. But that was done on purpose, because if you were going to get what you were worthy of, you would not be able to dig deeper to figure out what you're here for. And you're here to activate the earth. And that is through self-love, which is how they are not living. They look at you as selfish. They look at you as, they'll even call you a narcissist. They're going to call you everything that they are. Just know that. So it's not, you don't have to defend yourself. You don't have to continue with the reactive abuse. You're dealing with someone who has a lot of trauma. And if you know, and you still love them, but it's time for you to love yourself. Turn this upright. They need to love themselves too, and I'm sure you wish that for them. But it's very important right now for you to focus on you, your responsibilities, with care. Be patient with yourself. You might be feeling a lot of feelings. Let's see. The fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency. Okay? Inner winter, like it's cold. You're feeling sad. You might want to hug. You might want to, you might want just someone to support you right now. Well, I'm here to just verbally support you and send you giant good energy through the ethers, okay? Remember, Buffalo Spirit, my baby, he ripped this when he was like 3 months old. The abundant universe will provide. You have nothing to worry. Otter Spirit, you are never alone. They might have targeted you. They might have thought you were alone because you might have lived alone. If you're a female, they might think you not have friends or family around. But if you're dealing with a narc, you got to kind of protect those people, because they're going to try to contaminate them with some lies about you, because they want you alone, because they're really, they're really a demon, actually. Until they heal, until they get honest with themselves, until they have overplayed their hand. The new beginnings are coming, so this is where it's happening right now. Butterfly Spirit. Transformation is beautiful. You have transformed. Number 11, number 42, 10 might mean something. April 2nd, January 1st, New Year's Eve, something might have happened this year. Chameleon Spirit, act as if. 14, this is them. Shapeshifters, central. But also, yeah, I'm not vibing with that card at all. Well, Spirit, trust the great mystery. I keep feeling that. It's like you want to know more, but what you need to know is trust in yourself, trust in God, trust in life. I'm just here to validate maybe what's going on inside of you. Please take what resonates and please discard the rest, because this is just know they have overplayed their hand. This has been going on for years. This is not something that just happened with like a boyfriend. This is some serious, like proper, committed foundations being shaken up right now. This is no joke. But I want you to know, share, be you, okay? And give with grace. June 1st. Something's going to happen on June 1st. 61, number 7 might mean something. Sandpiper Spirit. Remember to be playful. Going through something like this can really take away that safety. When you're playful, you feel safe, you feel loved, look at that lotus flower. Look at these lotus flowers, dude. Oh my God, you are a freaking flower. I'm so proud of you. Koi fish, there's always enough. They wanted you to have this lack mentality, because they do. They cannot get enough, Poom Poo or Vajayjay, they cannot get enough because they're effing demon, or they have a lot of demonic attachments. At this point, they definitely have an STD. It could just be a sexually transmitted demon, or they could have a sex addiction because they can't get enough love because they don't know how to give themselves the self-love. They don't understand how to enjoy the simple pleasures in life. Nothing is ever enough for them. Do you really want to deal with that? Think about that. Do you really bring a gentle touch though to yourself? To number 9 might mean something. the 18th of the month might mean something. Something in September can mean something. You know, you could be dealing with a Virgo. You could be dealing with a Libra. Rabbit spirit. With the rabbit Chinese zodiac, 49, April 9th. And, you know, Spirit wants you to know this is a really lucky time. It may not feel that way, but it's time for you to raise your vibration and understand this is happening for you, not to you. Because everything starts out in the spiritual and trickles down in the 3D. So this could be a humongous, you know, you could be someone who's teaching a huge lesson, not you in general, but like just your consistency, your love for self, and staying grounded throughout such a crazy experience. I mean, if you went into a commitment, I'm sure you went into it with a full heart, you know? But, you know, if you're someone who's been alone, you know, maybe you're someone who lived alone for a long time because, like, you know, if you want a good life, you know you can create that for yourself. But including other energies can be extremely burdening because you cannot control other people, right? The Most High only has control. And especially if someone puts a key in their back or someone gets in their head, they're not strong enough to stay true to their commitments, to their goals, or they don't know how to. They may not have the tools, which is what I'm getting from this, is they need help. They need therapy, but they're too caught up in the whole scene. You know, they're caught up in their status, their money, their friendships, what other people think. You know, what brand are you wearing, or just that. The status is for them. You know, the wild rose. And you know what's even funnier is you are the wild rose. You need to free yourself because you're unique. You know, they could have been very like annoying about that you do everything wrong. You know, they could have been really particular. You're going to breathe wrong with this person because this disease, this like demon, this sex addict, whatever you want to call it, it is correct. You know, they're going to find any reason, you know, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, this shapeshifter, this nasty shapeshifter, they're going to find any excuse to hate you so they can go F around, you know? This is what a demon does. They're going to find any reason to they leave the house in a big fight so they have a reason. Yeah, she did that. She breathed wrong. And that's the reason, so they can go cheat. The bloom, creation's real life, real time celebrate. It's happening. The new beginnings are coming, you know? And be open. Say yes, because you're not broken. You need to trust life. Even though this is such a crazy experience, it's actually here to force you to grow. Because if you were just sitting comfortably, you know, in this like Four of Pentacles position, you wouldn't find yourself. You would not be able to remember who you are. You would not be able to activate the earth. Change is created through pressure and in the darkness. It's not going to be in the light. Think of how a baby's formed in a womb. It's a dark womb, right? So there's no way these creations, these incredible, impeccable, you know, divine creations can come to form in the light. It has to be in the dark. So you're like this lotus flower coming from the mud. You're this butterfly. We are nature. Grounded embodiment connection. The other thing I meant to get into is intimacy. These other cards kept coming out. Right now, your person is having intimacy issues, or maybe I pulled it earlier. Oh, mystery again. Something with intimacy came up. The lack of intimacy, where is it? Maybe I'm mixing up readings. Lineage of the Rose. You gotta follow your soul right now. You're not gonna sell out. You hear me? Look at that rose. Look at these rose oracles. The rose might mean something to you. Do not sell out, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. You deserve intimacy. You deserve connection. You deserve, and you know, this is not gonna happen. Like this kind of lifestyle, this swingers polyamory lifestyle does not create any intimacy. And the only way you can have intimacy is through self-love, actually, and going deep with your love. That's how much, however much you love yourself is the only way you can actually love another in a true form. And this is all happening for you, you guys. You have nothing to worry about with your health, with your abundance. You are completely protected, and so are your children. And, you know, your person or whatever person is going on right now, just trust they want to come correct. They have really overplayed their hand right now. Hopefully this was of some help. I thought this reading would be a lot shorter. Talk to you guys soon.